When he drew near and saw the city, he wept over it, saying, Would that you, even you, have known on this day the things that make for your peace, but now they are hidden from your eyes. It is Wednesday, the 8th day of March, 2023, and I'm inviting you to join me for the next 5 minutes as we read our devotional thought for today, trusting that God will minister to you and give you that encouragement that you need right this moment. And it's entitled, A Path of Peace. That's A Path of Peace. And our verses today, Luke chapter 19, verses 41 and 42, which reads, When he drew near and saw the city, he wept over it, saying, Would that you, even you, have known on this day the things that make for your peace, but now they are hidden from your eyes. That's Luke chapter 19, verse 41 and 42. Alistair Begg, who writes the devotional book Truth for Life, writes, Here is an opportunity to look, in the words of some great theologians, into the human face of God. As the Son of God entered the city of God, Jerusalem, he wept. Why? He was shedding tears of compassion for its people on account of the judgment that awaited them. Jesus loved the city, and he knew that the people who greeted him did not understand the kind of peace he would bring, the peace that comes from knowing him, and that many would reject him and the offer of peace that he brought. It wasn't that the Jews were disinterested in peace. Indeed, they longed for it, but they thought it would be militarily or political, that Jesus' arrival would bring them into triumph over the Roman authorities. They thought the peace they needed most was a horizontal peace. They didn't know that in their desire for that peace, they were in fact rejecting the message Jesus was bringing and the offer of a great peace he was making. On the account of their ignorance and blindness, then Jesus wept. In many ways, we are not different from the Jews who witnessed that first Holy Week. By nature, we experience the same blindness because of our sin. We tend to think of sin in terms of what we shouldn't have done, but have, or what we failed to do even though we know we should. But in actual fact, sin is a condition because it is an action. It blinds us to our awareness that we are at enmity with God. We cannot see our needs for peace with God. We cannot see that all other ways in which we lack peace horizontally stems ultimately from our lack of that vertical peace with our Maker. We cannot see the provision that has been made for peace through Jesus. The lack of peace prevails in individual hearts as well as families, communities, and nations. Only a relationship with the Prince of Peace can show us that he who once came to conquer sin and will come again to rule and reign as king also came as a prophet to speak into our ignorance and our blindness. The Bible says that it is first in knowing peace with God that we discover the peace of God, and that peace has been granted in the person and work of Jesus. So, meditate on the peace that you enjoy with your Creator because of the death and resurrection of His Son. Give thanks that His Spirit has opened your eyes to that which was hidden by sin from the city of Jerusalem. And pray that your heart would be compassionate as His was, so that you weep over those who are seeking peace everywhere except where it may be truly found, and that your tears offer you to hold out the offer of peace that Jesus came to give and died to make. And truly may we offer that peace today to those we come in contact with, that peace that only God can give, first by us coming to peace with Him, so then we can experience the peace of Him. And we trust that this devotional thought was an encouragement to you. And for those of you reading through the scriptures in a year, Job chapter 8, 9, and 10, and 1 Corinthians chapter 4, your assignment for today. Live Well Share. May the Lord richly bless you.